Yo, it is Monday, man. It is Monday afternoon, and I was just sitting here thinking, like, I want to talk about the other side. I want to talk about the other side of credit that may not be sexy, may not be so appealing. It may not get the hype when it comes to the videos and things of that nature, but there's so much content going around, and enough people are not talking about the other side. Enough people are not talking about, like, when people are selling you on credit, and they're telling you how you can get all this funding from the bank, and how you can get approved for this many credit cards. Yes, that is true. And there are some people out here who are giving you the absolute complete truth. But there's so much more content that is not telling people, like, okay, yeah, you can go get, if you get approved for all this money from the bank, how are you going to use that funding? Do you have an actual business plan? Have your business been succeeded before that you requested to get this funding, right? Was you having some type of success? What is your ultimate goal with this business, right? Before you just go out and get funding, which many people do, blow the money, don't repay the money, mess up their business credit, and then, it just snowballs from there. Or, get this credit card, get this credit card, get this credit card, but they're not talking about the high interest rates, getting charged 29-30% for a credit card. They're not talking about the annual fees. Yo, I know some people that had credit cards, and the annual fee was like $100 on like a card that had a $300 limit, and they didn't give increases, and it was like $100 annual fee. Like, some cards are just not worth it. So when people keep telling you, no, just go apply, they're also not telling you, yo, you just want to apply for those 6, 7, 8 credit cards, and then the bank is looking at you like a high risk, right? So one thing we have to understand is, when we're looking at, just like with anything in life, when we're looking at both sides, we have to look at the pros versus the cons, because that's with anything. That's with credit. Credit card companies charges late fees. Credit card company charges annual fees. And things of that nature. High interest rates. They will sue you for their money back. Like, these are things people don't talk about. Like, people get sued in order to have to repay their credit card debt all the time. So when people are telling you just all of these things and making it sound too good to be true, they have to raise your antennas to be like, okay, what is the flip side to this, right? Okay, we're talking about getting a lot of credit cards. What's the flip side to that? We're talking about getting a lot of funding. What's the flip side to that, right? We're talking about, building up your credit. Now, if we're just talking about, like I said in another video, if we're talking about those basic survivals, getting an apartment, getting a place to live, cutting a utility bill on, things like that, having to buy food, and we're talking about those basic survival needs, and that's something totally different. But if we're talking about getting credit cards just to have access to funding, or getting funding to start a business, etc., whatever your particular goals may be, it is two different things. So, and I say this a lot when I send out emails. So if you want to, hop on my email list in order to just get free information and free game from me, you can drop your email underneath this video. You can go to my website, preciouscredit.net. If you're reviewing my videos, man, like, subscribe, comment if you mess with my information, if it's giving you some game, right? But overall, we have to look at both sides. We have to look at both sides. And these are the things that people are not discussing enough, right? People aren't talking about how you can become so financially irresponsible and dig yourself in such a hole with your credit, which is the reason why you need to actually fix your credit, because it got messed up and you got messed up, and it ruined a lot of things that actually happened to you, right? So I tell people all the time, don't bite off more than what you can chew. Everybody, journey, circumstance, skill level, understanding, comprehension is different. So when you're telling somebody, hey, just go do da 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 da, nah, everybody cannot have the same game plan. Everybody cannot have the same strategy. Yes, can you use a similar, or the same type of formula that another person have used to get those same results? Yes, you can, but sometimes that is not necessarily the case. So I'm pretty much just want to just hinder on the fact that I want you guys to understand, man. I'm not saying don't believe some of the information that you're reading and that you're seeing, but what I'm saying is that always look at the flip side to it, because there's always a flip side to it, right? If you get a credit line increase, for example, now, yes, you have more access to credit, but now you're also responsible for managing more credit. So now when it comes to utilization and how much you're actually using on that credit card, how much you can afford to pay back on that credit card matters. So there's always a flip side to everything that we're looking at. And like I said, I do want you guys to be mindful when you are considering getting a credit card, doing business with a lender, and negotiating those terms to benefit you as well. Because at the end of the day, you guys are doing business, and business creates win-win situations. So if you're doing business, then you want it to be a win-win situation for you and for the bank, so that everybody can win. But man, that pretty much sums up what I wanted to pretty much explain to you guys. And I can go on and 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 on. My phone is actually about to die. I can go on and on with different reasons. And I'll give you one last example, right? The disputing process, right? Me, myself included. We post our results. We post when clients get results in 30 days. We post when, people credit score go up. But one thing we have to understand, and I tell my clients this, and I'm very transparent, it's a process. It takes a process. This is not just an overnight process. So we have to explain to people, if you're going to go through the process of fixing your credit, it's actually going to take you some time to fix your credit. It's not going to just be completely fixed overnight, right? What is the flip side to that? How long has it been since I ruined my credit? How long did it take me to actually ruin my credit, right? So, man, I just want you guys to always consider both sides of the coin. Always do your own due diligence. Man. Make sure you are reading, educating yourself, and staying knowledgeable on the things that you want to get better at. And I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.